Y'all, I'm tired. I'm so tired. So honestly, I don't know what's about to come out of my mouth. So I'm just gonna be just as shocked as you. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Like, you don't understand. I'm at that delirious wall where anybody can have anything at this point, even myself. I don't even know what's about to happen anymore. Okay. I've accepted it. I'm just letting go and let God at this point. You know, when you're like, Jesus, take the wheel, he can take the car. You know what I mean? Somebody's probably like, ooh, we at that point, Allie. You have no idea. So, it's fine. Woo, I thought it was funny. You know, it's like, whoo, I'm telling you. All right. Serious, Allison. Y'all ready? You ready? Shit's falling apart. So, we're gonna just... You ready? Okay. You're like, get your shit together. I'm so sorry. Okay. Here we go. I just played worship music and here I go cussing. Let me watch my mouth. What? What'd you say?
You go for it. We're ready.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, so, how are you guys? You know, we're all, I'm so serious. Y'all okay? I'm sorry, I'm getting it together. I'm so serious. Y'all all right? Abby, how y'all feel tonight? Y'all okay? I haven't checked in on y'all. Y'all always asking us how we do it. Y'all okay? Y'all all right?
Yeah, hanging in there. Here we are.
Here we are. Here we are, right? At God's speed. Here we are. Never thought we would be here, but we are, right? 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 We are right. So, okay. We need your help. All of you. Every piece of the army for this one. Y'all ready to brainstorm with me? Somebody go grab the gummy worms. All right? We need... This is a gummy worm type of conversation. So much is happening with this series. So much is happening. Like, I don't know how else to express it without breaking down in a million pieces. I'm already a million pieces.
You're stupid. You're freaking retarded. Wow. You're leaning on the snort.
Oh shit! I'm already. Watch what you find. So many of you are gonna be like, "Oh my god, that makes sense. That's not funny." But when you tired, it is. You get used to it. It's okay. It's fine. Don't cry for me. It's fine. Anyway. So there's just so many things going on, right? Hence for the series, Allie, all of us. So I thought all of us could have a seat, come together as a family that we've created on this internet. That's some crazy stuff. And talk together as a unit, you know? We can have color teams. Seriously. So, woo! So, first of all, we definitely need you to pray for everybody who has a hand on this series, right now. Everybody. I mean, everybody who knows, everybody who is involved, everybody who was standing in the room, everybody who has seen evidence, everybody who had to hold a camera, everybody who just helped. You know what I mean? I need you to pray for them like nobody's business, please. So we need you to pray for us, but I need you to definitely pray for everybody who has a hand in the series. I need you to pray for their safety. I need you to pray for any evil assignment or any evil spirit, rebuking them, because there's something with the things in the just in CPS files alone. I don't know if you've ever noticed or ever had that issue where in CPS something is weird, like when the social workers or when somebody is in an evil, has an evil motive, it's something about what's in that paperwork or what's in those files. Because have you ever seen somebody's whole demeanor change, their whole character change, everything about them absolutely change after they look into the paperwork? You're like, look, I thought we were on the same page. I thought we had common sense here. I thought you can clearly see the abuse. You know what's happening. Why did you look into a file and all of a sudden totally change who you are? This interactive part. Has anybody ever had that happen to them? Has it happened to you? If it has, I'm so sorry. But you know what I'm talking about? Like, you see their demeanor change. Like, you can say something to them and you're like, this is not even their character. Like, this is not normal, right? This is not how normal things are supposed to go. I feel like some of that kind of stuff happens even when people look into evidence. Like, let's take, for example, the laptop from hell, right? It seems like when people look into that, they get dazed and crazed. Like, of course they know it's wrong. And of course the things that are seen on it are so horrific and crazy. I mean, down from the Anthony Weiner, Hillary, Creepy Joe, everybody got a laptop. You would be surprised. Everybody got a laptop, and they still looking for that metal cabinet that nobody can find. You know, the one they're trying to blame and pin on Trump so he can purposely go to jail, set everybody else up, think that he's going to actually jail when it's really the colored clone. But anywho, not my business. Kind of is. It's the whole world's business. But you know, people kind of pass over that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they look into the paperwork, they look into the laptop, they look into the evidence, and they see this shit is wrong. Like, excuse me, sir, I'm gonna work on it. I know I'm trying. I'm starting to pop myself because it's just coming out like lava. It's like it's just like diarrhea. It's just lately I'll say something and I'll be like, shit, I need to chill. You see what I'm saying? But there's just so many things that just make me so upset. And I'm still working on it. That's why I said, if you don't believe in Jesus yet, I understand. God's not done with me yet. But anywho, point is when you look into the laptop and stuff, people kind of glaze over. You notice that? Like, the whole court case about Maxwell, everybody is just like, this needs to happen. This needs to be done. Like, people need to do something about this. And then you notice everybody just takes 12 seats and you're like, hey, are we going to do something about this? Are we going to talk about it? Are we going to act like it's real and it's actually happening? Did we just miss that there's a Hollywood elite cult that's been selling children, and there's one woman that's been selling all of them, and, you know, nobody's talking about the clients, but R. Kelly's on trial. I mean, he's on trial. I mean, we getting somewhere after 10, 15 years, but I mean, hey, he's not the only one, right? But you see how people glaze over that? Y'all with me? Did I say that too? Did you get that? I'm delirious, so you're just gonna have to catch it. You might want to take notes. So, this series, Allie, all of us, broken in so many parts. Look up altars. Anywho, the series is something that I think it's not just us sitting down and like, hey, I'm telling you our life, I'm telling you our facts and experiences. There's there's a lot that's going into this. Like, we are up against the most evil of all evil, if y'all didn't know that, if you don't see it by now. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of OG 90s see it, but if you're just getting here and you're like, what is even happening right now? What is this girl talking about? We are up against every single piece of evil, beyond evil, historic evil, decades of evil, patterns of evil that people have been doing since before I was even a thought of, a sperm, an egg, or even close to even, you know, a blip on anybody's radar, even Cupid's gods, anybody. It has been going on for a very, very, very long time. And guess what we said? Tag us in. And I told my mom, I was like, are you crazy? At first, you know, and I'm so wrong because I need to get my life together, because I feel like it's not fair. I'm venting now. Stay with me. I feel like it's not fair that my mom doesn't get this moment to speak. You know what I mean? Like, she has been like, I'm ready. I've been ready. Let's go. I was born ready. And I'm just like, you know, let's not. And say we did, because it's bigger than us. It's way bigger than us. This is not just like being a part of a cheer team or being a part of even a football team. I don't care if you were a part of building the damn field. We are going up against the most evil of all evils. This is not just us sitting down and like, this is my life and it sucks, thanks for listening, and emotional damage. PTSD, I'm the definition. But I know a lot of you are gonna be like, this is just, no, it's not just a series. Y'all see what I'm saying? It's way, way more than that. And I'm just gonna be real. We've gotten a lot. It's the only way I do things, right? It turns into a bomb later. I'm telling you right now, it makes disasters all over the place. But we're doing it, so anyway, so I've been getting a lot of messages from a lot of people, and then we got some people that, you know, have messages and talked to us that we have our own intel, and they were like, hey, girls, guys, gay guys, women are contemplating right now about what to do, especially when your series releases. And I was like, no pressure. No pressure, because I don't want to do this at all. To be honest with you, I feel like there's not really a point. There is definitely a point. There is absolutely a point. Don't take what I'm saying for wrong. For whatever. Again, delirious. So don't take what I'm saying like there is not a point. There is definitely a point. There's all kind of points. There's so many points that you're gonna miss some of them. You're gonna have to go back and rewatch it a few times, because there is definitely many points that you're just gonna pass over in the first episode. You're gonna be like, what the hell just happened? Rewatch it a few or 5 times, maybe 10. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna miss it, because you already missed it when I said so many things right now that you were just like, what? Wait, what? And yep, you knew what I said. I did say it. So go back. That's why I keep telling everybody to recap. It's important. It's important that you go back, because I've said so much stuff and I've just blurted it out. And just like Orlando Brown. Has anybody seen that video of Orlando Brown? I'm going to post it, because I think that a lot of people need to see from Orlando Brown the hell that he's going through. And he's saying it just like I am, because what else can you do when the whole world is falling apart? You can't catch it. Even Chicken Little couldn't catch the shit. That's why there's a story. So Orlando Brown is trying to tell you that they seized his home, that they silenced his wife, and that they took his kids, and you know, and he's about to die very soon by a car accident, something, you know, crazy off the wall, nothing that anybody is going to be too big about. They may look and be like, oh, it happened, duh, and he's already on to that. He already knows it's going to happen. How do you think he knows it? Do you think he's joking? Message him, ask him, go ahead and go message Orlando Brown, let him know you from Allie's Army, see if he's joking.
Allie,
have you seen his stories? No.
Very, very cryptic. I can't even understand what he's saying half the time. I don't know. Maybe you should check it out. I don't know.
I definitely will. Thank you for that. But do y'all notice that sometimes we have to do that? Because if I tell you straight out what's going to happen, all hell's going to rain loose. And you know, there's sometimes where, have y'all ever heard of acid rain? Scum friendship.
But it probably means something different. I don't know.
Yeah. I bet that he's trying to get things out without getting things out, because it's a danger to your own information. You can be a danger to yourself with your own truth. Do you see how that works? Because the justice system is so rigged that it has been rigged for decades. Again, we're going up against those historical patterns. You know, the swamp is deep. There's so many meanings to that. It's not just a Trump thing. It's the swamp is deep. You will never know, because you'll be sitting right next to somebody, a wolf in sheep clothing, and you'll be like, oh, they look so nice. They're so sweet. They have no idea. And they already trying to figure out where to stick those claws in. The justice system has been rigged for a very, very long time. So if you try to snitch, tell your absolute truth about what happened to you, especially when there's elite people involved. See, like I said before, faking your death doesn't run in the family. And the problem is it's expensive, it's illegal, unless you have military connections. Because, you know, the military, they're not the only ones that there's people like, oh, the military is going to save the day. Actually, they're just as guilty as everybody else, but you just don't know that yet because you believe in them. You know what I'm saying? People have taught you to believe in this authority, and I do agree with you that there's a very few and far in between of some very, very, very amazing people. They're hard to find because they're covered up by all the evil people. But if you, when it comes to some military, helps fake deaths. But the justice system is rigged for many reasons. So that way, if you go to talk to somebody about another big authority, they're gonna shut that shit down and act like the Tooth Fairy did it. They're going to rewrite the reports. Has anybody ever went through that? Interactive part. Have you ever went through something and something has been rewritten? It's not even close to what really happened, but it's because the system needs it rigged a certain way. So like there's even politics in dance studios. Let's go there. There's politics in dance studios. Some dance studios don't like to call the police because if there's ever a situation and there's police in front of their studio, they feel like that gives them a bad look or a bad reputation, because if somebody passes by it, they feel like, you know, somebody saw the police out there. They don't know what's going on. They don't know if somebody got in a fight. They don't know if the studio was bad. They don't know. So there's politics within the dance studios. I hated it. I couldn't fucking stand it. That's why I really honestly wanted to do things myself, and I started to. Got half of a floor. It didn't work out so well because, you know, we got attacked, we went live, and then everything happened, and then I lost my whole home, my animals and everything else that we worked for. It's okay. We don't have to go there right now. But the point is that the justice system is rigged for those exact reasons. Those politics are put in place, and every single thing. I mean, you can find the politics in whatever you work in. I know you know what I'm talking about. There's certain things that they just don't like for somebody else to say. You know what I mean? They don't like it to come from a business. They don't like it to taint the image of somebody else. So they work together, like the Brotherhood Police, like the Luciferian Brotherhood. They're not gonna definitely own up to one of their officers being accused of sexual assault, especially with a minor. So what will they do? They will cover it up. They'll move them. They do the same thing in churches. It's the politics in churches. So if somebody rapes a kid in a church, they move them. It's like a church shuffle. They just move them to another church. They don't do anything about it because they don't want that reputation in their church. They don't want people to know that. They don't want people to know there's cracks in the congregation. They don't want people to know that they're not holier than thou as they say they are. They want to keep their reputations, to keep their tithes coming in, because sometimes that's just how their pastors make their money, because they're just as much as false prophets as you think they are. And anything that goes on in the pit is usually going on behind the scenes. It's coming out of your wallet. But not my business though. People still got to figure that out. But the point is there's politics in the church too. Did you get all that? There's politics in the church too. You got all that? So you got to look. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at everything and be like, damn, there is a secret society basically in everything. I mean, there's nothing that you can really be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. No, it's not, because there's always dirt. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really be like, everything is fine. No, it's not. Everything is absolutely dark. And what can you do? You got to live through it. You got to grow through it. You got to go through it to learn through it. You know, crash and burn. That's how you learn all the time. But nobody's gonna say nothing. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna say anything about that. Nobody's gonna do anything about that. We just cover that up with a little mud like a dog on shit. You know what I mean? I'll just swipe that thing, put some grass on that shit. So now I'm having a slight issue. I'm gonna cut to the chase of the brainstorming things. You're probably like, what is she doing? Is she all right? No, but we're gonna have issues with this entire thing Like I said, we're not okay. And then the other issue that I'm having is if you are a videographer, if you are an editor, if you have been in any type of production and you don't mind, see, the thing was, so here I go again. See, the thing was, is in the beginning, a lot of people were trying to push their music, push their books, try to push an agenda so they can be shared. We have people that hit us up and like, hey, you guys are doing so good. It must have been hell to get this platform, to work this integrity, to have people listening. It must have been hell to do all the things that you had to do, to get people to listen and to follow you, to see the truth. Because some people have had the veil over their eyes for a very long time. And then we got people asking us, can you share my book, when they have other people that they can talk to? It really pisses me off sometimes. It really shows and explains their motives and their characters and their true agendas. But hey, I just back up, throw it in 6. I know people make fake accounts about it all the time and tell me how evil I am. Well, you got to get in line with the people that hate me. It's a very long one. So the thing is, though, is I don't need you to push your agenda, your motives. There's many platforms for that, right? This is not the time for that. And it wasn't the time for it before. It's still not the time for it now. We're not doing that, you know? Like, there's a lot of people who are like, hey, would you do this? And would you do that? And we can make some money. And I don't want to make any money. I've been making money since I was 3 months old. It's not really, I do. Who doesn't, you know? I like to earn things myself. You know, who doesn't like to make sure that my, you know, everything is in check. I don't look like I'm an ashy hobo. I like to think about those type of things, but it's really not a definite first thought of mine or a priority. I'm more so like, what else can I do to help somebody else? Because hey, money comes, money goes. Money is all the root of all evil, but whatever. So I like when people are doing things because it's the right thing to do, because nobody does that anymore. Nobody just decides to be a human damn being anymore just because it's the right thing to do. Everybody has an agenda. Everybody's like, what can I get from it? What is going to put me on a pedestal? What is going to make me sleep better at night or feel better about myself? Even though I do something that may belittle, degrade, or put somebody else in danger, it helps them and put them on a pedestal to make them feel better. And I'm not down with that. So there was a lot of people in the beginning who were just pushing their books and their music and I can do this and I can do that and I can do this. Not one person cared about the right thing to do because it's the right thing to do. Not one person cared about the fact that there's millions of other survivors like me. See, I'm not the type of person that can host a seminar every week because I am a survivor and that shit is dangerous, okay? I don't know. For real survivors, that shit is dangerous. And if we go ahead and show up at a live event, that shit will be dangerous. Telling you right now. So that's not something that, is possible, and that's not something I'm looking into. I hated my prior last name. I want nothing to do with any type of ties or money or anything like that. So I'm not that type of person that's focused on like, how can I get a seminar every week? How can I rake wallets for like $150 a head? I don't care. Have you noticed? Because you know how many things that we could have merched by now, and t-shirts and music and all kind of things, and we just said no. If you're around later when it's needed, if you're around later when there's an end to this shit, some people told us like, let's write a book. We can't because the book's not over. So, it's not really something that I want to do right now because I don't even know how this shit ends. Nobody does. And I understand that there's really not going to ever be an end. As a survivor, you're not just always completely free. However, is this kind of not the right time, you think? So here's the thing. There's been some people who messaged me about back in November 2020, which was 94 weeks ago to be exact, because I've been in my inbox, and some of them I really truly did not see, and if I seen you, because I did say something, and some of them I just let it pile on because some people got in my inbox, and my mom's been using that Lord of the Rings emoji, and I'm something about the ring, so there was some situations going on. I let some people in the inbox and they got so crazed, wrapped up. And some people were, country people. Tater tot, cornbread fed type of fools that were very, very innocent. But that something about what was in the inbox, the people that were coming and the people that were saying all these empty promises and stuff really messed them up, put them in a trance. So many other things almost led to psychotic breaks. They actually did. But the point is I didn't see people. Some message didn't get to me at all. So there's a few people that I messaged back and I said thank you for even messaging me or just reaching out. If it still remains the same, that you still feel the same, and you see straight through the bullshit, because people are like, how are they still alive? Jesus. Because we ain't playing with you. This is not a joke. I'm 28 years old. I don't want to spend the time in this car. My hips hurt like hell. And I'm pretty sure my mom is starting to sound like a Rice Krispie treat because this is absolutely ridiculous. ridiculous. And we spent a lot of time on our acre and we loved it. So, I am not down for people who want to push agendas. With all that being said, if you want to do something because it's the right thing to do, then yes. But I'm so used to people leaving. I'm so used to people breaking their words. I'm so used to people saying something and it's absolutely empty and then it doesn't happen and then things fall through and I have to fix it. I'm so used to that. That's not something that I'm not used to, and I'm really not complaining about it anymore. It just fucking sucks to have to fix it, but it's fine. It's my life. It's what I do. We're fine. But if we're going to, we have this army. And so, you know, we were just sitting here and we're trying to brainstorm, and everything has changed for us like every 2 seconds in the last maybe 72 hours or more. Everything has changed in the matter of 5 minutes. We went from the top of the alphabet to the bottom. And at that point, we were like, all right, we have an army, right? We have an army. Y'all are all around the United States. You're all over the countries, right? There's 40, admin help me. There's 41 locations.
41.
I'm sorry?
It's 41.
41. See, I was, I went up and then I was like, wait, whoa. See, I got it. I was on something else for 48. There's 41 locations right now on the marches that are going on August 27th and 28th. And then some people are like, why would I do that? We'll explain that later at the end of this conversation. Don't make me get into that rant right now. It's a lot. But 27th to 28th, everybody is getting outside. There's 41 locations, and there's, around the United States and around the country. So I thought, hey, let's get on here and let's just talk to the people and hope that somebody hears me to see that I'm not playing with you right now. I definitely need your help. If you are a videographer, an editor, work in that type of stuff, or you could just help us out and you can volunteer your talent and your passion because it's the right thing to do, then please email us. If you are going to have some type of agenda or whatever to it, just don't do it. It's that simple. Just don't do it. The thing is, I'm gonna see right through that bullshit, because there's some people who, if we do something with somebody else, we are going to have to come and probably sit right next to you and discuss a few things before we actually get to work on the things that we need. I need this series to get out, and it's going to come out on time, but there's actually also something else wrong here. So the things that are coming out in this series, so if you have some passions or talents that you love to, like, hey, I got you, I can help you with this, we can do this just because it's the right thing to do. Remember that. That's the important part. That's the key. Nobody does that anymore. Nobody does anything for a priceless matter anymore, especially when it's about the children. That's the best time to do it. So if you want to do that, that would be great. Go ahead and email us. I'm Allie and Shelly 22 at gmail.com. Let's try that one. Then moving on, here's the brainstorming part. This is when we're all going to talk together. Finally, I'm going to shut up. This part is, there's a possibility that the internet is going out soon. I mean, honestly, the world is going to be burning by February next year anyways, and that's not because I'm inciting any violence or I have anything to do with it. But I do see that we are going to be in a Black Friday fight for food and Nazi paper fight for just going to work. If you don't see that by now, I don't know what to tell you, and there's a lot of things that you're missing. You might want to open your eyes a little bit more, do a little bit more research, thank a conspiracy friend and say you're sorry. But there's a lot of things that's going to happen by next year, if you haven't already noticed that, especially at the fact that it's damn near an election year. All hell breaks loose. I wonder how long the next pandemic is going to be. Monkeypox is turning into COVID, and then there's supposed to be some nuclear situations and things that are happening in Georgia, Washington, D.C., New York, California, and Florida. In my business stuff. But it's supposed to go down at the same time, like a flash flood. The other issue is, if the internet does go out, or for any reason, if my platforms are completely blocked, and I mean all of them, between Instagram, my Instagram, my mom's Facebook, and just our 2 Telegram pages, there's 7 platforms that we have. That's very hard to keep up. That's why we started taking in people and saying yes, and that's why the admin are so amazing. We absolutely love every single one of you, because they make this work when I know damn well we couldn't. So, and the thing is those are coming down very soon too. Pay attention. So the thing is when this release comes out, there's a possibility that we might not be able to play it that much. We might get literally one shot to play it. So I was thinking, you know, everybody is always down to like put money into things or investment. We gotta do that. I know some people that know some people, right? I know some people with inflatable TVs. Have y'all ever been to a movie in a park? Or went to a water park during the summer and went to the and watched a movie in the wade pool? Have y'all ever did that? Anybody ever do that? So I was wondering, I'm like, how can we, is there a way, because we don't have to show it to this, but I'm wondering, in every state, is there a way that maybe from a convention center in a hotel, maybe from a park, maybe from something, if we can have like a watch party. I know we can definitely have a watch party, and I'm looking into how to do that, and we should be able to have a watch party everywhere, right? But that's the internet. You see how that works? It's the internet. My nose is running. I'm not on drugs. I know somebody is going to say that I'm doing crack still, and I'm not. That was when I was 14, but not anymore. And it was given to me by my predators, but my nose is just running. I have allergies. You have no idea where we are. These bugs are insane. So, yo, East Coast Angels got problems with these bugs. These are Bill Gates bugs over here. Alright? And they're messing up my allergies. So, I'm wondering how a church maybe, look at this, the 90s come through, because the thing is God forbid we die, right? The insurance holders have the job to do, and they're all over the place to flip the dead man switch. And if that dead man switch goes out, there's no secret that is safe. And you know, the thing is I'm holding back with a lot, because there's a lot of people pushing me, thinking that I could just drop this. That's why Orlando Brown is making so many jokes, because if it was that easy for him to tell you who seized his Bank of America bank account, took his house, his wife, and his kids, he would tell you. You see how that works? He would just say it. He wouldn't be joking and like I am right now, because it's not exactly that easy, or else everybody would tell you. You see how that works? I want you to think with me here, because a lot of people are just like, just put it out and we'll share it. Right, but we'll die. And sometimes we won't. You know, there's things that's way worse than death. I spent 40 days straight on a feeding tube, and that shit was like death. I was actually dying. It's a long story. It was in my stories. I mean, people don't pay attention to the fact that my pimp tried to kill me, but whatever. You know, how are we gonna get this series out? And if we get it out, because a lot of people have to take the time to actually follow along, because if I just spit everything out, there's some people who won't hear it, especially the people who don't even believe it in the first place. So do you honestly think that I could just spit out what I've been trying to tell you this whole time? No, there's going to take a progress. And the thing is this series is going to take a whole team of people, but we don't have that whole team. And then on top of that, shit is happening to a lot of the people that are on this series. A lot of things are happening. Just life in general is happening. And then you add the extra shit, the threats, and then when people find out elite secrets, they kind of get wrapped up in that, and then that kind of does something to the psyche sometimes. I don't know, it sends people in a trance, it sends people into a psychotic break. Some people can't take the fact that there's so much evil in the world, and they break down and cry, and then break down in the corner sometimes, and I understand that. I want to spend most of my time in the corner, but we can't. We can't. So my mom drags me kicking and screaming out. She only lets me stay there for like a 12-minute time period now, because we don't have time. So how are we gonna get this out? How are we gonna get this out? And the thing is, you're gonna have to be a little bit patient, because putting this shit together is absolutely insane. Making sure that you can follow along and see that this is not just about me, and see that it's also about other survivors, millions of other survivors, is also complicated as well, because I have to do this in a compressed situation, and we only have a little bit of time, and a lot of people have ADHD or squirrel attention spans. So the thing is that some people are not even watching this whole entire video right now and missed everything that I said. I said a lot. And then they're going to be like, well, listen, I started listening to the first 15 minutes and I got the gist. The first release is not going to be 15 minutes. I'm telling you that right now. So if you think that you're going to run into some amazing information in the first 15 minutes. No, you're going to listen. Your ass is going to sit down and listen. All right. So if you don't have the patience for that, leave now, make an account, say what you want, get pissed off, get in line with the haters. I don't care. But I'm letting you know right now that we have to go a little bit in a compressed form so people can follow this shit along in a slightly chronological order. My shit is never in a chronological order. Our shit is not smooth at all. Have you noticed? So this series, we're trying to compress it in a way. So the first is going to be loaded with a lot. Like I said, you're going to have to watch it a few or 5 times. But how could we maybe have a Labor Day party? You know, something like that. Anybody got any ideas? Anybody that knows somebody that knows somebody that may know somebody? To and not only just in one place, I mean in a few places at the same time. Because the thing is with the internet, things cut out. You can't see the whole thing. The buffering is insane. Like, some people were like, hey, we could do a live event. And I was like, no, we can't. Because the live event is this live right now. You see what I'm saying? But if we're in person, then yeah, things will go a little bit different, because I get cut out and censored, and this video is going to get blocked off if I say MK Ultra or sex trafficking too much. So the censorship is disgusting, right? Free speech amendment out the fucking window. So what I'm trying to do is make sure that this is seen by people all at once. And if it's the matter that this is the one and only that you see, how can we do that? Does anybody have any, you know what I mean? Like, can we put a movie in a park? And then the thing is putting a movie in the park that's about trafficking, and it's going to be really graphic. A lot of things in there some people don't agree with, and there's some things that people are going to hear that they definitely don't like. Might send them rocking in the corner. It happens sometimes. There's going to have to be trigger warnings and permits. And in California, you have to have a permit to breathe. I mean, just walking down the street is wrong. So in other states, though, that's not the case. That's why I hate California. You know what I mean? Now, oh, go ahead. Shut me up, please.
We had someone have their hand raised. Margaret,
Okay.
can you raise your hand again, please? And I'm going to go ahead and just give everybody the breakdown. We are brainstorming here. So if anybody has any ideas, knows someone who knows someone who knows someone,
Yep.
to get this going in all states, please raise your hand. No idea is stupid. We want to hear them all. You will have 60 seconds, just like on a Q&A chat. And let's go ahead and see what Marjorie has to say.
All right.
All right, Marjorie, you can unmute your mic now.
What about using a thumb drive and sending it out to different dates where they can find someplace, like I have a church and a family, where I could do a small one, but it wouldn't be huge, but it would be a start. And you could be on the phone narrating. It would be like you're doing a live show, but you'd be on the phone.
I like that. I like that a lot. See what I'm thinking about. I love that. Thank you, Margie. Margie? I'm so sorry. Did I just say your name wrong? Marjorie. Yes. I see what I'm thinking is if it releases on Telegram, when it releases on Telegram, and when it releases on the website, I don't know how things will go. And then I'm thinking if we go ahead and everybody downloads it right away, downloads it, and then takes that somewhere to play. Let's say somebody has one of those inflatable things, and yeah, let's say you take it to a church. Let's say you have let's say you know somebody who has a convention center. I know they have baby showers and banquets at the hotel center. And let's say you take a blow up screen or a projector, and we download it and make sure that everybody in every state has at least one download. That's why I say a screen recorder, grab it quick. We grab it and everybody plays it. Now, it can, again, Labor Day weekend, party, right? Family time. What if everybody in their state does something, right? And I mean, it would be really cool to show up at one of these, to talk to everybody, to sit with everybody, to see some things. It would be really cool. It's dangerous. It's absolutely dangerous. If we did show up to something, we probably wouldn't, we would probably have to make some incognito plans. But and if we did, and I mean, that doesn't matter. The showing up to something doesn't matter to me. I'm thinking about getting everybody in one place, because the problem is there's other victims who are trying to decide what to do right now. They need to know that there are other people to catch them. See, my problem is Marjorie, you just started a whole thing for me, girl. I'm talking to you now. My thing is there's so many victims. I'm talking to everybody. There's so many victims who need you guys. And my mama got me, right? And we got each other, but at the end of the time, at the end of the day, we still can't save ourselves completely. I wouldn't be able to tell another survivor that has messaged us that I could absolutely help them. That would be a lie. I'm not going to tell you that. I love you guys, and I want the best too. I want you to get out. I want everything to happen smoothly, but I would not be able to tell you that I can help you, because I can't help ourselves right now. Like we're doing the best that we can. So I know that you're doing the best that you can. I've talked to some people. I've talked to some survivors, some victims that are still in the life and that are still trying to make some choices. And some have even offered to use their money, what they think is their money. It's not their money, but use their money to move. After that, don't know what to do. After that, we have nothing. After that, they have to start dealing with, can I stay where I decide to move? Will I have enough money to stay where I decide to move? If there's enough time to stay, how long it will take for their pimps to catch up with them, how long it will take for their pimps to get angry, how fast they can get away, how far they can get away. The problem is right now is that many victims are watching you guys. Do y'all get what I'm saying? This army that's sitting here with us, the ones that are for real here with us, the ones that are listening from all around the world. In every single state and every country right now, there is a victim that is trying to decide something. And I'm not saying that it's just because of us. That could be somebody that's trying to decide something right now and that has been working on that before me. You know what I'm saying? But I know personally that there are some victims that are trying to make some choices by Labor Day weekend. Intense choices.
You ready for the next one?
Yes. So we need people to see that you guys are real. Does that make sense? So yeah, please, the next question.
All right, Tinker, I'm gonna unmute your mic. All right, you can go ahead and speak.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm all right. We all right.
Hanging in there.
Yeah, hard.
A few people said this in the chat, and I was also thinking the same thing. Jimmy Levy. I mean, I know he's, I don't know how involved he has wanted to be at this point. I know you've spoken to him before, but so that was one thing. And then there's an app that I believe is I've heard one of the things that may possibly still work if the internet does go out, that kind of stuff, or blackout, whatever. It's a Signal app. I don't know as far as videos or pictures or anything like that, but it might be something to look into.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Much love to you. So with Jimmy Levy, he is an amazing man. Like I said, Jimmy Levy, we got into contact a year ago. We talked last year twice. We talked this year once, recently on the phone. We had a great talk, and every single time we've had a great talk, right? Jimmy Levy is doing his best that he can. I'm surprised that he did what he did, and I thanked him for that. I can't tell the man what to do with his platform. I know that he's doing his best to share, and like I said, I'm surprised that the things have happened that have happened already. So I don't know about that. I could definitely ask him. He did let me know, shoot me a text that, hey, whatever you need to share, we can share. But just so much things can change in a minute, right? And like I said, everything is fine as of what I know right now, but everything can change in a minute, and we're so used to that. So I will send him the link, and give him a copy when it comes out. But that's all I got right now. I mean, like I said, he did, shoot me a text and say, hey, I will help you share some things. And he has been sharing some things in his story, and it has brought some amazing people to fight for everything, not just for us. And I really, really appreciate that, and I'm grateful for that. So, and he is the first person to actually push with his platform. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. Is there another one?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Erin Livingston, can you please raise your hand? You were next in line. Okay, I'm unmuting your mic. Okay, you can go ahead and brainstorm with Allie.
Hey. Hey. Hi.
So where we live, we tend to have those for private profit buses that roll around for advertisement.
Mm-hmm.
A few of our friends actually own a few of them. What about if we were to do the intro for the website, or put that on would that be bad exposure to put them on those buses that drive around and just kind of play it as part of their loop?
Now that is amazing. I would be okay with that. I don't know how much those type of things cost. But
that's not an issue, to be honest. But I just worry about I just didn't want it to be something bad, or if someone's driving behind it, they're able to see that and wish anything ill upon you guys.
Oh, we thank you, love, for concerned about that. But we got everybody praying against us and for us right now. So I mean, once that series releases, we have to be ready for any and everything, and we're not right now, to be honest with you. So that's why I'm praying that the series can continue. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Stay with me. I'm praying that the series can continue. That's why I'm calling for videographers. That's why I'm calling for editors. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know if this can continue all the way through. It's taking a lot to get this done. We already knew that there would be spiritual warfare to get this done. So like I said, the first segment is in the works, and it's going to be out Labor Day weekend. There is no choice. I don't care how it happens. It's happening. But it continuing is the problem, for number one. For number two, all of the platforms being able to keep it up is also another issue. It's a lot to follow. You know what I mean? It's my story is a lot. It's unfathomable. It's a lot. It's a lot to follow. It's a lot to understand. It's a lot for me too. So it's a lot for many other survivors as well. And that's my definite end goal. So whatever can get people to talk about trafficking like they talk about COVID, that's all I care about. If that's what is whatever that will take with this series, that's what I want to push for. I don't care about if we can get a chance to show up to something. I care about the fact that there are so many survivors that are waiting to see other people. They need to know you guys are real. So just holding a sign right now means so much, because there are survivors in every area that are waiting and watching and trying to make a move. I would be okay with that. I would be okay. I just don't know how any of that stuff works. I don't know how any of that stuff works. And the thing is please, all these ideas, please shoot us an email too. And just ideas for the series in the subject line, ideas to make this work, ideas to push this as far as we can. Just please put that in the subject line, and we're going to try to take as many looks as we can and try to get back to people in whatever time we have, That's a great idea, Aaron. We can talk more about that. That'd be a great idea. Anybody else?
Yes, Cass, I saw that you had your hand raised, and please raise it up again. Cass, are you in here?
All right. Yeah.
Okay, does anyone else have any suggestions?
Anyone else have any ideas? We want to sleep on it. We can take one or two more, and then we gotta go. But this is something that we really, everybody's like, how can we help? It would really help if we can get multiple people in a place at once to sit down and watch this. I mean, it's not just sitting down and watching it. It's to put people into a place to say this human trafficking is happening. And this is not the only person it's happening to.
Okay, Cass is back. Let me
All right.
Go ahead and unmute them. Okay, Cass, you have 60 seconds. You have to unmute your mic on your end. Okay, Cass, we'll have to come back to you. Kay, Reawakening, I'm going to go ahead and unmute your mic. Okay, you can go ahead and unmute your mic, and you have 60 seconds.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear
Hi,
you.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, hi, sorry, Jack. I hope I can get it in 6 seconds. I've been following you guys for years. I don't have an enormous amount of time. I did spend about 16 months closely supporting one of the Epstein survivors, so I know exactly what is going on in terms of the art media and the people who are getting the voices out of actual, real information. I'm not talking about the kind of QAnon speculative stuff, the people who are pinning down, like, networks and things like that. So all I wanted to say is that what I could share from my experience is a couple of people who actually get real information out, and it does proliferate and it does get further, which is, Slow News, they are really good. WikiWeb is amazing. There's a few others. I can send you a list of people. If you have a bit of time, you might get into having a look at the work. What they're interested in is actual verified information. You have quite a lot of that on your Instagram channel. I think it's very brave. Absolutely behind you all the way. Your way of getting stuff out is very different to the way that a lot of people get stuff out. Yours is more unique to be watched over a long time. You have your own people where...
Can we turn his mic back on, please? Let's do another 60 seconds. Okay, Reawakening, can we have you back and just finish that?
One thing that is just that I could help you to network with people, in terms of actually hard facts. Like, there's a lot of stuff that you share first-hand information on that for them is still speculative, like the stuff about tunnels, some of the peripheral networks, some of the ways that they traffic backwards and forwards internationally and things which they're not aware of because they don't know your testimony. I'm just letting you know this because they do know quite a few of the more official survivors' testimonies from Epstein. A lot of the Epstein testimonies that people have submitted to the lawyers have been silenced because one of the lawyers was really a honey trap, so they've been all locked up and patented. There is a woman called Kirby Summers who a lot of survivors have contacted with actual information as well. She probably has a lot. She's nervous to put some of it up. I'm just letting you know, actual verified information, if you want it to go out, it can. As soon as you have your project out that you want to proliferate, I'll get it to every channel that I can. I say I don't have an enormous amount of time, but I'm really happy to help in that way because I know who listens and who hears and who sees. The other thing is, although you have mistrust of large organizations, and I do too, there's a peripheral network to the Catholic Church run mostly by nuns, independent pretty much from the main church for the sake of the fact that there has been so many child abuse problems in the church. I've sent you a link there. They're internationally networked, and it might just be worth you guys having a look at what they're doing. I mean, if you contact them, you don't like the way that they do with you back, you can always just disappear. But
You are awesome. I understood all of that. Me and you, see, this 90 miles an hour talking thing, and see, I think we forget to breathe in the middle, and I still got all of that. You're amazing. I will look for your email, and I thank you so very much for all of your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I got all of that slightly, but definitely looking forward to your email. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. One more. I see one more. We gotta go. I know. We're going.
Okay, Michelle, I'm gonna unmute your mic. All right, you have 60 seconds.
What about, like someone mentioned the thumb drive, what about sending a few out across the country and letting those people, you know, do their own showing, like you talked about? Is that something that you would consider?
Yes, definitely. There's also this is the last thing I'm going to talk about and go into. There's also a few things that has happened before. So I have been called before and told, hey, there's some Illuminati witches that are playing survivors that have used your recordings and stuff. And things like that for gain and power and money. Throws me off, right? I don't appreciate that. I got no sound. Hold on. We've been doing great. Can y'all hear me now?
We can hear you on
Not
this.
out at all.
Cool beans. Can y'all hear me on IG still? Sound is fine. Thank you so much. Alright, so there's some people who I've tried to, numerous people, don't get me wrong, numerous people who have used my videos for, use my videos and my name. There's some people who I've told you guys that I wouldn't ask them to piss on us if we were on fire. There's many times I need you to go back and see that I've told you to stop tagging certain people because I wouldn't ask you to piss on us if we were on fire. Seriously. And there's so many reasons for that you guys need to find out and that you guys need to see. But there's some people who have been using my name like psycho. Like psycho. To make money. And I mean money. Like I've seen GoFundMe's in my name. And there has nothing, that money never touched me. You guys know that we're not asking for money. You guys know clearly we're not rolling in it because we're still sleeping in the car. There's no seminars or anything that we're having. You know, there's no merch or anything. So I don't mind that. And we need the help for anybody to share this. I mind that people will start doing some things for personal gain, and not just people just need to pay attention and see for themselves. So look out for that. But I do not mind I do not mind sharing it. I do mind people using my pain as their billboard for gain. That's the issue. So again, just please pay attention to that because that's going to happen a lot lately, especially with the release. A lot of people are going to circle back. A lot of people are going to show true colors. Demeanors will change and scripts will change. And then all of a sudden, what has been my life since I was a really little kid, some people think that it's funny or it's interesting or there's a gain for it. We'll start using it for their script. Change the whole script. So just pay attention to that. A lot of people are going to completely switch up and they're going to use it as some type of trend or gain or billboard. And I'm not down with that at all. Not down with that at all. Again, that's why I'm saying I'm more down with the truth. Do it because it's the right thing to do. Do because there's millions of other survivors, and every survivor has so much to tell. Every survivor has their own truth and their own stories. So, and their own things that they have to go through and grow through, that it's not funny. It's not, I don't want to be famous. I don't want any notoriety, a pat on my back or anything like that because I've been raped more times than I can count. That's not something that's interesting to me. And I don't want anybody to praise us, celebrate us, or, oh my God, we love you because of that. That's weird. It's disgusting and it's weird on so many levels. But I would appreciate if everybody can get together and try to do something, because there's just other survivors watching. On that note, we gotta go. If you guys can email us, if you can get on the Telegram chat and go back and forth, I'm sure if there is something that you need to get to the admin's attention, all you have to do is go into the Telegram room and say, admin, what's going on? I need something to get to you. Or if you post in there a few times, they will see it. So we just need to make sure that there's other survivors that see you guys. That's what's important. I don't care if you forget me. I don't care if you forget my mother. I don't care if you forget a damn thing, everything that's happened here. Don't forget that there's millions of other survivors that need you. Okay? By the way, last thing is there any 90s dentists across the United States? Any 90s dentists? We are doing something. Y'all stay with me? We're doing something. In a minute, we won't have devices, especially after this release. After the biggest release, there is no devices for us. All has to drop. We have to do something that's going to be so psycho that I don't even understand what's going to happen. And we're definitely not going to be okay. You staying with me? So, is there a 90s dentist somewhere in the United States? I don't care what state that is. If there is a 90s dentist that can contact us, please. And I am absolutely terrified of dentists, so we're gonna make this work, all right? Crawl up the wall scared of dentists. But we have to make this work, because there's things that have to be in place, trackers and things like that have to come out, because there's so many things that have to happen right now. And, there's so many ways and reasons why people keep finding us. And I'm trying to figure out which one. So we just gonna cut everything out, right? So if there's any 90s dentist in the United States that can email us, that would be amazing. Amazing. If you know some amazing dentists that are friendly, and what's that one of the angels used to tell me, what did she used to say? Cater to cowards. That was what it was. If you cater to cowards, we want you. We would really appreciate you, because I am deathly afraid of the dentist. So I've been tortured in so many dentist chairs. So many things have been put in my teeth on purpose. So, but right now, we definitely need your help. So if there's any 90s dentists across the United States, it would definitely help. We love you guys so very much. We will talk to y'all sooner than later. Is there snot running out of my nose? You didn't see that. You did. Somebody's going to say something about it. I already beat you to it. It's not, in case you were wondering. Can y'all please email us? Please pray for us, and insurance, stand by. And code words, and words matter in music. So look for that music. Father God, we thank you for this day, and we thank you for this time together. We ask that you put a hedge of protection and a covering over us, every angel, Father God, every 90s angel from the United States to every single country. Father God, please light a fire in their spirits and their hearts to do what is right, to push the message that needs to be pushed, Father God, to help each and every single one of your children, young and old, in the shadows. We thank you, we love you, we put on our armor of God, our helmet of salvation, our breastplate of righteousness, our girdle of truth. We shod our feet with the shoes of peace and readiness. We take up our shield of faith and our sword of the Spirit. And God, no evil entity, no evil assignment, and no weapon formed against us shall prosper. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.